one person. Go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Go ahead, hit the thumbs ups. Thumb thing. Let me see something here. Come on, y'all. Come on, one person. Who's the one person that comes on all the time first? Appreciate the thumbs. Would appreciate it. I know sometimes y'all might be working or driving, but you can help out the algorithm. I'll wait for a few more minutes before I can start. But other than that, go ahead and say hey, hi, so I know who I'm addressing. There ain't nothing wrong with saying hello. This is water. Well, it was water. So I know some people are like, what's she drinking? Oh, I need to go downstairs and get me some more. Nah, I'm gonna finish drinking it. You know what? I need me some theme music. I need me some intro music as I come in or something. Because this waiting for more people to come on, I'm not monetized, so this ain't like I'm earning anything. But I would appreciate those who come on in. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it. I don't do fancy editing. I don't do any fancy thumbnails. Nothing like that of the sort. One, because I don't really know how to do it. And two, I don't have a video editor. I mean, they say you could do videos on the phone, on that movie app thing, but other than that, it's really kind of hard. Hey, 3 people, go ahead and give me the 3 thumbs up. 3 for 3. Appreciate it. Go ahead and give me 3 for 3. I would much appreciate. Hey, where's the thumbs? Ding. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. It must much appreciated. There's a lot of people I watch on YouTube, and I'm subscribed to their channel, and it would be nice sometimes to get their love back in return. I know some of y'all got thousands and thousands of subscribers, but it ain't gonna hurt. It's for free. Come on now. What y'all waiting on? I know I have the chat enabled, so y'all could write hi, hey. Otherwise, I'm better off disabling the chat, and then that way, I don't expect anyone to respond back. This channel is but interaction. I didn't do StreamYard, so I don't have no link for people to come in on and join. So anyway, let me start. For those who come in, y'all just have to come in. Besides, I'm ready to lay down. So anyway, today, went to my doctor's appointment, and 3, 4 people, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs. Ding, ding, ding. 4 thumbs. Supposed to be 4 thumbs. That's free admission. So I went to my doctor today. I went to the endocrinologist, which basically is one that will speak about my diabetes. And as anybody saw my previous video, with me going to the farmer's market and also on my way back to the doctor, this is what, where is it at? Oops. Oh, here it is. This thing right here, this basically monitors your glucose level 24/7, so I don't have to prick my finger. Now, she gave me this as the sample, but this is a prescription. So every 10 days, this is what, when you ever see those commercials and people, you see on YouTube mostly, you see people talk about this thing. It's different names. This is Delexus. Delexus, what is this thing called? This is called Dexcom. So hopefully my insurance will cover this, because I'm quite sure this ain't cheap. But I'm like, I need something to control my sugar levels, because for one thing, pricking your finger, I still have to do my monitor and prick my finger, because this one measures your sugar levels on a cellular level, whereas the pricking of your finger is the actual blood. But it's not going to be close, but it'll be some difference. They gave 4 people. Now y'all know the drill. 4 thumbs for 4 entries. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you haven't not subscribed, please comment, and subscribe. This is water. Well, a little bit of ice left. So, what I want to talk about, you know what? Let me talk about this. I watch YouTube a lot. I think, one, I don't have no TV. I don't have cable, but I could go on my phone and look at the various different apps. Come on, 5 people. Where's the 5 thumbs up? I much appreciated. So, thank you. And so I watch YouTube, and I watch various different channels. And, I don't watch a lot of people when it comes to gig work anymore, like I used to. When I used to watch people who do Uber and Lyft and all those apps, especially the big ones back in the day, from 3, 4, 5 years ago. And that's how a lot of y'all who are my friends that I got to know. Shelly Shell Scott, there's a lot of people not a lot, a few people who gotten to know me because they was watching my Uber Eats and Grubhub and, all the shenanigans of driving around Atlanta, and how, I never told people how to drive or this is how much money you make, because I always said to myself, you don't want to leave no digital trail with the government, especially the IRS, when people start going on YouTube and all these social media and they start flashing their money, showing it that I made this amount of money and this and that or whatever, especially when it comes to taxes, because I'm not saying that people don't report the income, but those who making money from YouTube, Instagram, and all those other apps, and they have yet really determined how they're going to account for that money in terms of how people are reporting it. Because at one point they said if you made $600, you could, you have to report that on tax time, but they kind of held it back. They held it back. They decided that it was really kind of complicated on how they're going to implement that. But as I start watching more YouTube channels about the economy, the recession, a lot of people like that doom and gloom. Now, there's some YouTubers who are big. This sector, this so-called sector of the people who like to report what's going on in the economy. They like to report about the store closures. They like to report about, that's not real. The numbers are fake. And it is, I don't know. I was like, God damn, they gloom and doom to the point where um it gets to the point where you have to say, like, you know what? If things were to turn around, what would they say? It's like negative nannies, you know, very negative nannies. Then you got the group of people that speak about the economy. They like to always try to market some kind of product that they selling. They always trying to get people to talk about um, going into real estate and this type of program and this type of thing. But you can't follow a lot of these people who make it seem like they are so knowledgeable and so rich, like they're making money, especially things that people just don't speak about. I hate to say it, but we as black folks, we always jump on the bandwagon at the last minute. When people been doing it after a while, then we get caught on doing it, and then trying to make it into a master class and how to make money. And don't you know that this the scam is that they making money by just being here on YouTube selling whatever they're selling, not so much the actual business they're doing themselves. You know, and sometimes people make their YouTube videos and topics is to go on the fear of what's going on in the economy. Like, for instance, they've been talking about, you know, millions and millions of people on credit card credit card debt, and how the credit card debt is like surpass um, or just at the same level as mortgages in terms of what people owe on mortgage and credit card debts. But the thing is, or bank closures. That's another. I couldn't watch this person's video, because all they talk about is these people are now the news, and sometimes you can't listen to those narratives all the time. And I need to start doing. I need to stop doing that myself, you know, because to me, it's kind of funny how um, people speak about, oh, the unemployment, the inflation rate is fake, and to me, a lot of things you could control. You have to control within your household, within yourself, not worry about what's going on in DC and Trump and Biden and this administration, and is there going to be another stimulus and all that. You know, you just can't. You can't make that bottle. You can't boggle down with those things that you hear, because I think that this is just a change in another type of era. And what I mean by that is we're now going in a new age of AI, and even money is about to change. The way how we think about money. All day today when I was driving about, it was always this thing about having actual cash is going to be illegal, and how they changing the monetary system. Now, I do believe it's going to change because it's changed already. It's been changing, but we haven't noticed it. The change of how the dollar bill used to look, that changed, but nobody, it was not a big deal. When they started printing the money looked different. Even the coins, the coins, the silver dollar, and they didn't make out of silver dollars anymore, and then they changed it. There's a lot of changes has happened, but no one. I spoke about it. Now, it's supposedly, and I've been hearing this for the last 4 years now. And I look at a person video. His name, he's in England, some white dude named McCoy. I'm not going to mention his full name. One, I can't remember it, but I'm not going to look it up right now. So it's been in works about how you won't be able to, when you go shopping, paying for items or anything of your bills, you won't actually be able to pay with cash. It's going to be all digitized. So, you hear this big fear about the bank collapses and how there's no physical cash. There's no physical dollars circulating in the United States. There's a shortage of that. It's not really a shortage because I remember when I was in high school, we went to the Federal Reserve and I think I went to the one when I went on San Francisco, and they actually burn money. So when they get these old dollars and all the tens, fives, whatever, they actually burn the physical paper and burn them. But that doesn't mean there's no money. There's nothing out there. It just simply means that um, the circulation of the money, physical money, that's not so important because you could have a pound of dirt and use it as money, as money itself. You know. But I think that we're entering a new, different age where um, every part of our world, not just here in the United States, but the way how things are going to be done, it's just going to be a whole new, different kind of um, ways of doing business, doing things, um, how things are communicated. Now, I'll be 55 years old in November. So if I live to be in my 80s, 90s, the longevity of my life compared to even compared to my mother and grandmother and great grandmother, they lived a long time. Now, I can't say much about the men, but God willing, that if I live to be 90 something years old, it's going to be so much changes that we're not going to foresee. I really believe it's going to be those old, not old age, those movies, how people used to be like, not Star Trek. If you think of The Matrix or one of those type of movies, how things were done and the data and the AI, you know, flying cars and all that kind of, I think it's going to happen. I may be a very old woman when certain things are coming about, but when you think about not even millennials, because the oldest millennials in their 40s now, but if you think of that Gen Z or whatever, and then my great grand nieces and nephews, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4 years old. By the time they get up in age, there's certain things that they would never know about. They're gonna be experiencing things that I may not, I may see in my lifetime, but it's gonna be a whole new different ways of doing things again. And it's interesting, you know. That's why when you hear this doom and gloom, oh, it's gonna be no money. Oh, it's gonna be everything's gonna be tracked and this, that, or whatever. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. And this recession and everything else, and that's it's just we're entering a new era. But when you listen to these people on YouTube who like to be the doom and gloom and negative nannies about the economy and this and they're not looking at it correctly. They're not reporting it in a way. You know, they just reporting it to a point where um, they just think that the economy is bad, everything is doomed. You know, the stock market is rigged, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I invest, I'm invested in the stock market. I put money aside. So I said to myself, 10 years from now, when I'm 65 and 60, get to that age of 65, 67, you thinking if you believe these people that you see on YouTube talking about the doom and gloom and they have, they have 80,000 subscribers and they just call for that narrative. They don't believe it's true. Hey, AB. Hey, why only got one thumbs up the whole time? And what happened? Go ahead and hit the thumbs up, y'all. So I don't listen to these people that be on their YouTube talking all that mess because all they all say the same thing, the same silly thing. It's gonna be in a recession. You know how long I've heard that? It's been what, 3 years now. I heard the same people. We gonna be in a recession. It's gonna collapse. It's gonna this and that. If we were in a recession, trust me, we sure don't know it. But I know one thing. What can you? You can't do nothing about it. You can't do nothing about it. This ain't new. They talk about these bank collapse and or if you have your account at this bank, they about to close. They about to close the banks. I went to Bank of America to cash my settlement check, and I said, "There's no tellers." They had no tellers, none, not one teller in this. And then when I said, "Can I speak to a representative from Merrill Lynch?" Oh, you got to make an appointment. I was like, "Oh, I said, forget it, never mind." And this was 3 days ago. And then I made yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. When I went to a different branch, they ain't had no stay away at True. You got that right. I think Truist is one of those banks that gonna collapse. It's gonna close down. I ain't doing no Truist. They keep sending things in the mail. Open an account with Truist Bank and you get $1,000, whatever, $200, and this. Nope. Because these bank collapse closing and stuff, that's not new. When I used to, what was it, 2008, or probably before then, I remember when I had an account with Washington Mutual. Washington Mutual, I said, how the hell did I deposit cash and I gotta wait days to get it? Yep. Hey, your pleasure. You have to make an appointment. You have to make an appointment just to open up a bank account, or you could do it online. I was like, this is ridiculous. And this was Bank of America. And I ain't going no Wells Fargo because that's where I paid my mortgage. And I said, and shoo, they don't even, I was like, this is dumb. I got to make an appointment just to open up a bank account. I was like, ugh, no. And they ain't had no tellers. They had not one teller up in that Bank of America at the location I was at. And I was waiting at the Walmart to pick up a grocery deliveries. So I was like,